Mealy says good morning. Aren't you? Yeah, you're saying hello to everyone. It's been a while. Hello, Fifi here. Giving it another go. I tried hopping on here yesterday after a good few months of hiatus once again, and Facebook went schizo on me and just kept booting me off and deleting everything. So, but it seems quite fitting at the moment because everything seems to be going a bit schizo right now, doesn't it? Hello everyone. I hope you're doing well. If you don't know who I am, because it's been a while, I'm Fifi. I started a Stand in the Park UK over 3 years ago now, back in February 21, during the height of the madness, and I have to say it's feeling like we're edging towards that insanity again, doesn't it? At least over here. I mean, I'm hearing similar from people around the world. You know, speaking of schizo, here in the UK, we've got a new government. We've got a new Labour government, and you know, things are really looking up. You know, it's great. We've got this is a quote from Sir Keir Starmer, our Labour Prime Minister. It's wrong to say only women have a cervix. Please send help. It's you know, the madness is ramping up again. You know, more in schizo news. You know, apparently we've had the hottest June on record here in Britain, and well, across this hemisphere apparently. But you know, we've all been freezing our tits off. I'm wearing a roll neck in July. I mean, it hasn't stopped raining. It's actually cold, and yet we're being told that it's the hottest we've ever had it since records began. And it just brings to mind the quote from 1984. The party told you to reject the evidence of your eyes and ears. It was their final, most essential command, and it just seems to be more and more relevant every day that we are being asked to completely discount any kind of common sense, any kind of logic or rational thought, and to just follow the party line. The only hope is that with things like this that are so evident, you know, when you're looking out the window, and in fact, I'll show you, this is another lovely, a glorious summer morning in the UK. Look at that lovely sky. I was actually going to sit out here to do this live, but it's raining. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's raining again. So that was a no-no. So yeah, ignore the evidence of your eyes and ears, folks. Oh, keep following that narrative. Oh, don't question anything. Yeah, another thing is my sniffles and my itchy eyes, and you know, the scratchy throat. That's not hay fever, by the way. Hay fever's out, like flu was a few years ago. Remember that? That's out now because COVID is making a comeback, and we've got all these other delightfully named strains. Flirt, for example. I mean, seriously. So yeah, we're back to we're back to COVID being the only illness that anyone can possibly have. Yeah, it's back to the old drawing board, isn't it? It's the same old scenario. One just hopes that people will be wiser to it this time around, because it does feel like things are ramping up again for sure. We've got the bird flu thing that being really pushed again. The new strains of, excuse me, COVID, not hay fever, COVID. But you know, all of this happening, it's just, you know, this is the time that we really do have to set aside our superficial differences. You know, we have to fight and refute this nonsense, this absolute madness, you know, as the powers that should not be, that want to remain, know very well, when we're focused more on what seems to separate us than what unites us, they've got control. You know, labels are being used more than ever. It's rampant. As a very reliable, often quite covert method. Other times it's really in your face, but you know, essentially they're there to dehumanize. You know, they're there to separate people out into groups of us and them, other, you know. And we've seen through history what that can result in, how far it can go when you really are dehumanizing other people. So it really doesn't, the sky's the limit really with how far that can go in a very, very drastic and catastrophic way. So it's a massive part of the agenda. We all get sucked into it. We do get sucked into it because, you know, labels are a part of life. We do need to sort of label things so we can navigate this world, this life. You know, like male and female, they're very useful terms, aren't they? Factual, specific. But when we start trying to box people into, you know, one label, and that's it, there's no grey areas, it's black and white, it's setting people up to become enemies. And there's a lot of it going on, you know, there is a lot of it happening at the moment, within the freedom movement, whatever you want to call it, you know, within everything. It's within everything in society. So even for us who are going up against the narratives, there's so many little things that people can disagree on, which should be fine. The overarching thing should always be that, okay, we don't have to agree on everything, we don't have to have the same opinions on everything, but we are united in our fight, our pursuit for freedom and justice. But it's very easily chipped away at. And yeah, it just, there's another quote I just wanted to finish on, another Orwell quote, which is, they fear love because it creates a world they can't control. And it's so true. It's so true. And yeah, to be continued. Yeah, wanting to send lots of love to you all, and yeah, keep the faith, keep standing strong. It's a challenge, it's and it can be a bit scary, I have to admit, although it's very, very predictable with this new government coming in. We knew how it was going to go, and that the whole voting system scam, that's a whole other thing that I'll probably talk about another day. But you know, it can be quite frightening when you see that the juggernaut kind of moving swiftly again after we've had a bit of a lull, over here at least, and it's like, wow, it's picking up pace now. But yeah, as long as we stick together, we'll get through this. And yeah, just keep the faith, my friends, and sending lots and lots of love to you. And I'll see you again soon. Have a great day, evening, whatever it is where you are. Mwah. Take care. Peace.